Sam and I were just talking, trying to get your head around 500 stars. It's amazing. And you're just not going to see many people moving forward that are going to be able to do something like that and to do it as well as he's done. And then to go out against a very good offense that's given him trouble in the past and put up that kind of start. I thought the first inning was pretty indicative of who Zack Greinke is, right? There's a misplay in left field that's typically made. Great hustle by Isbell, by the way, being there so that run doesn't score. And we've seen that with some of the younger guys lately where some of that stuff starts to spiral, starts to compound. And he just started making better pitches and knew when to stretch the zone, knew how to take advantage of aggressiveness, and puts up a 0 right there and gives us a chance. And just all day long, really in control of what he wanted to do, and it was impressive. But going back to that number, man, that's something to be really, really proud of. And just seeing the numbers that are up there where he's getting to in strikeouts, and we're watching something very special.
How impressive is, with that curveball and how slow it is, like him to be able to simulate the arm speed? I don't know, how unique is that?
Yeah, that's just a student of the game that's invented that pitch, and he looks so closely at all the data. He looks so closely at how he's trying to tunnel his different pitches, and you don't get the kind of swings that you do with that pitch if he's not making it very much like everything else, like you said, out with the arm speed and then the efficiency of the spin and being able to put a little bit more on. I was almost just as impressed with the slider, what he's been able to do with that lately, because it's got a different shape, and he's able to really manipulate how much side-to-side run he's getting. So it's just a guy that goes out and figures it out. And we talk about him being a student of the game. I don't think I've ever seen anybody more so a student of the game than what Zack is, which goes along with how long he's been doing it and as well as he's been doing it.
Mike, you get RBIs, Conless Bell, MJ Melendez. I know it's growing pains, but just kind of see those guys progress. Is it nice for them to have moments like this where they account for basically the win today?
Yeah, they've been good. MJ took a couple really good at-bats. Right there, we needed a big hit. It was unfortunate we weren't able to plate two when we get a big hit like that with guys at second and third. Kyle comes up and gets a game-winning homer and gets pinch hit for the next time up. It's a tough league, but he's a good match right there. We really like how he's building on what he did yesterday. Just some of that confidence. We talked about that earlier with being able to hit the home run yesterday, kind of filling up that column. It gets a little bit off your shoulders, and then you just go be yourself. But once again, I thought that play in the first, that's not typical of how much he takes pride in the defensive side as well. So big day for both of them. MJ with that, even his second at bat where you see so many balls he's fouling off. He's putting together those tough at bats that we say are just so important, which they are. Beats down the starters, beats down their pen, and gives us an opportunity to then make a mistake, and he hits a double. So both of those guys, huge day for us. And Vinny getting on base. That's 3 walks in 2 days. I think we're seeing a little glimpse of what he can do as far as strike zone awareness, and there's a whole lot more to be seen too.